Why do you keep looking for another blueprint, especially when the last one didn't solve your problem? I've been there, done that, following the blueprint and realizing it still didn't resolve the problem I was actually dealing with. I mean, if I offered you a proven system to generate more leads and increase sales exponentially, it would probably get your attention. But you'd also think, yeah, right, I've heard that one before. And you'd be right. Because if you were completely honest with yourself, the last thing you actually want is another system, something else to figure out, another learning curve. And if you've been following this series, you may have noticed something. Every problem we've talked about wasn't really about strategy. And yet, many smart entrepreneurs are still searching for the next blueprint. Not because they need direction, but because they're waiting for permission. Just tell me what to do already so I know I'm doing it right. And that's the part nobody says out loud. Blueprints feel safe. Step-by-step instructions, do this, then that, a built-in path designed to prevent failure. They promise certainty, predictability, proof that success already exists. A leader that has already traversed the terrain. And naturally, intelligent builders look for models that are working. There's nothing wrong with that, especially when the blueprint comes with support and guidance along the way. Everything works until the blueprint quietly replaces your own judgment. And that's what I like to call the blueprint comfort trap. At first, you learn to grow, you're excited by all the new knowledge, new possibilities. You're surrounded by people that see it like you see it. But then something subtle shifts, and it's subtle enough that you don't always catch it, at least not right away. I didn't at first. You stop asking, what should I do to reach my outcome? And you start asking, what would they do? And suddenly you're seeking another course, another framework, another expert confirmation. Not because you lack knowledge, but because acting without external validation starts to feel risky. And that risk factor is reinforced by content that implies your way is wrong. Every time you defer to another blueprint, you reinforce a quiet belief. Someone else knows better than me. And over time, that belief compounds. Decision ownership weakens. You hesitate longer. You second guess faster. Execution slows. You feel stuck. Not from lack of strategy, but from learned helplessness built on borrowed authority. Now, let me be clear. Blueprints are useful. We're taught to follow them because they shorten learning curves. But they were never meant to replace discernment. And conveniently, discernment is rarely taught. You're told to follow the steps and not to evaluate them. At a certain level of experience, better instruction stops producing growth. Growth begins when you trust your own evaluation. Because when you rely on your judgment, you're no longer following a blueprint. You're becoming one. Now, am I suggesting less structure? Absolutely not. You simply need a different relationship with it. Use the blueprint, learn from it, evaluate it, then decide what to do with it. And once the decision is made, stop seeking permission to execute. Just take action. The assumption here is that you're intelligent. Your judgment isn't the obstacle. It's the missing operating system, the forgotten integral part of what makes you, you, what makes you most effective. This is exactly why I created Break the Blueprint. Not another system promising success if you follow my steps, but a framework designed to help capable entrepreneurs recognize where they've been outsourcing decisions they're already equipped to make. We'll discuss that in greater detail soon. For now, just recognize the patterns. If this resonated with you, comment blueprint below. You can also take the decision reset assessment. If you'd like to see how this is showing up in your business, the link's in the description below. Because once your judgment is outsourced, you'll always feel like you need another blueprint. And in the next video, we'll talk about what happens when you stop waiting for certainty.